Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Redmissed in the house once again. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing, meh, but hey, never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna go jump into a couple of replays. Now, I'm sorry I didn't post Clash Royale yesterday, but I posted Toon Shooters 2 that I had already pre-recorded. Just feeling really, really lousy. I'm sorry if my voice sort of breaks up and stuff, but I'm constantly sort of coughing and having like a really scratchy throat and stuff. So yeah, do forgive me if I'm not posting like normal. But we're gonna jump into a battle here against a giant with three musketeers. Really unorthodox right now because I'm not seeing very many musketeer play. Or three musketeer play, I should say. But as you can see here, he's going to go ahead and fireball just as I play that ice spirit. To be honest, it was really bad placement because I'd set up a very good value for anything having the princess in the middle of the tower and the Tesla anyway, but never mind. So I try being really cheeky, thinking he's going to be quite low on elixir, play those fire spirits, but he has one elixir skeletons, which puts me really far behind on elixir for my rocket. And his musketeers wreck my tower. They get like something like 1700 damage. Really, really painful. But we're going to put the princess down, and instead of actually putting the fire spirits down to kill her straight away, he kind of hesitated and didn't do what he should have done. So he lost that tower. He cost himself the tower. So to save my tower, I'm going to use two elixir and get the Valkyrie away, which he's then going to arrow and fireball. And that's not even going to be enough. He's still going to have 200 left on his tower. So I'm going to force him to play more elixir by putting down my Hog Rider on the left hand side. One, because I know that he was very short on elixir, but two, because of the fact of he has to play something to defend that kind of push. Unfortunately, the princess targets those uh, fire spirits too late, and he does get my tower, so I'm now forced to sort of defend giant musketeers being dropped in my base. Luckily, he puts the musketeers all in one clump over to the right. So he's not trying to checkmate me, as they say, as in put them right in the middle to go for the left-hand lane. He's tried to go for the king tower, so that gives me a huge advantage and lets me get his tower down to rocket value. I'm gonna distract this giant, and now it's literally just a case of defending until sudden death. He's going to go put down the musketeers again, so I'm forced to play my rocket, but we're going to give him a good game because it was literally a case of either my hog or my rocket was going to take the game, so I was very confident and I gave him that good game. And even more so as he put his musketeers on the right hand side to try and go for that king tower. Really, really big mistake in my opinion. We did get a draw against a, in fact I'm going to show you it because it was actually quite good, and it's going to show how much of a good defensive deck this is if you can play it quite well. Or I say defensive deck, it just goes to show how important the rocket is to this particular deck. So if you're thinking that you want to make it quicker and change out to a fireball or something, please just don't do it because it's not going to work anywhere near as good. You literally can't change out any of these cards if you're going to run this deck. Except for maybe archers for the Ice Wizard, but the Ice Wizard is a very important part because of the slowdown. You could change out the spirits for something more tanky, but then the deck's going to be slower. So as you can see here, I did play a little bit bad on the fact of his musketeer and his mega minion done a ton of work to my tower. He missed his fireball, so my princess is still alive, which means he's now going to have to waste more elixir to counter her. Um, I'm going to be able to shut down a Valkyrie very easily with my Tesla and my Ice Spirit. No shots on the from the Valkyrie on the Tesla or the tower, so we're sitting pretty. He's going to again have to play something to attack this tower on the right, because if he fireballs, it's not going to be enough damage. If he zaps, it's not going to be enough damage. So he's forced to push on the right hand lane again, which gives me enough time to start off a nice slow push. And then because he's done that, I can actually afford to play 6 Elixir in the back to get a ton of damage on his tower and get rid of that Musketeer. Now, some of you might say, well, that's just left you open to a huge push on the right hand side. No, it hasn't. Look at the Tesla and the Ice Spirit do the work. The log is going to push stuff back. The Princess was ticking over damage the whole time. How much that Ice Wizard slowed down the Giant and the P.E.K.K.A. is the key to the whole entire thing. The Princess in the back just doing tons of damage while they're walking forward. And then literally you put down the Ice Spirit and the Tesla will take out the Giant. No problem whatsoever. So, look at this, guys. This is why the rocket is so important. This time he's sending in a big push. I'm going to put down the rocket and take that out. And then look at this. He's got one giant left out of a giant, a musketeer, a mega minion, and a mini P.E.K.K.A. And the giant got to the Tesla as one shot was about to hit on it. So that's how much the rocket shuts it down. So again, look at this, guys. I play a little bit earlier than the rocket because I wanted to get the damage on the tower, and I kind of rushed it, so it was my mistake. But again, watch this Ice Wizard. The Ice Wizard is going to slow everything down so much. The Ice Spirit is going to freeze everything, and all he's going to get to my tower is the Valkyrie that he played way later. And now we're going to be able to kill the Valkyrie with Fire Spirits and Ice Wizard. That's insane. So again, he's coming in with the push once again. He's trying to build up his Death Ball. So we're going to play the Ice Wizard. We're going to play the Tesla. We're going to wait. We're going to send in that rocket. We're going to take out the Mega Minion. But this time, because his Musketeer and his Valkyrie was too far back, we couldn't get him. But we're still going to receive no damage on the tower until his Musketeer gets him right there at the very end. But now he's coming in with his mini P.E.K.K.A. way off in front. We're just going to distract him back over to his side of the tower with the Hog Rider Tesla over in the middle to pull that giant, and we would have been able to rock it once again and stop his push. So that just goes to show how good of a defense this is, because everyone that builds up a big push behind tanks, you take them out with the rocket. So try not to rush this deck, because it's very important that you leave yourself a defensive style. Like, you can't go attacking, because if you attack too hard and you leave yourself with no elixir, then you get punished. So if you leave yourself enough elixir to play your rocket or play your Ice Spirits, your Fire Spirits and stuff like that, you're going to be able to defend quite nicely. And this is going to be a perfect example of me getting too aggressive. Like, look at this. I've got my Hog Rider, my Fire Spirits, my Ice Spirits. And that's not too aggressive. Like, that is a perfect push. But as it happens, he's got the Valkyrie, he's got the Giant. So I'm going to go quite slowly, and I mistime my Ice Spirit, which is what costs me the damage. Because if you look here, now I play my log, and I've got nothing left to fight those Musketeers. So if I didn't misplay that Ice Spirit, I wouldn't have received all that damage, because I wouldn't have played my log, and I would have had the elixir to attack his Musketeers. So, key point, make sure you don't misplay your Ice Spirit. I put it up way too high, so the Giant wasn't in range of the Tesla. If the Giant was in range of the Tesla, I wouldn't have played the log, because I wouldn't have needed to knock them back. Big mistake for my deck. So this time he's got the bomber coming in. Unfortunately, he does target my wizard, but it's okay because I'm going to go in and I'm going to get some damage. Now, little bit bad on his part. He plays Musketeers, which is a perfect rocket bait. And again, I miss him. And not only do I miss the Musketeers, but I think I miss the tower as well. Um, so, again, a really bad rocket on my half. And I'm playing against a deck that can punish me if I'm playing bad choices. So, because I know that I can rocket that tower on the right hand side, I'm just going to go and send my Hog and my Fire Spirits down the left hand side. But to force him to play some Elixir on the right, I'm going to put my Ice Wizard down, and we've got 14 damage left on that tower. Pretty insane. Princess and Log is going to clean up the Valkyrie and the Archers. She's also going to get a shot on his bomber, and I'm going to send a quick little push of an Ice Wizard and the Hog Rider down on the left. I'm going to rocket over on the right to try and get rid of his pump, but again, I missed his pump because I'm a noob. And then I'm going to go ahead and log over here, Princess over there as well, and we're going to be able to put the Ice Spirit just to do some good stuff and things, defend all of that. And this is a huge mistake. He tried playing way too aggressive and put his Musketeers behind his giant. The Valkyrie, the Tesla is going to destroy his giant and half of the HP on his Valkyrie. Meantime, Hog Rider up on the left hand side, all he's got is his bomber to defend, and we're going to take the 2-crown victory. So, one of the biggest things for this deck, guys, is that Tesla. The Tesla Ice Spirit combination is such a good defense. Now, a lot of people might turn around and say, well, that's 5 Elixir, why don't you just go and use a Inferno Tower? The reason why I don't use the Inferno Tower is because a lot of people will go and like pre-lightning the Inferno Tower, whereas if it's in the ground, you're giving them no value. So quite often I would find that if I have, say, my Inferno Tower down, and I go play my Ice Wizard in the back to build up a big push, they'll go and lightning my tower, my Ice Wizard, and my Inferno Tower. Whereas if I've got the Tesla down on the ground, it's hidden. So from that lightning, all they're going to do is get Ice Wizard and tower damage, and I've still got my defense. Also, the Tesla does more standard damage, so it always hits for 150 damage. So if you've got a lot of things around, it's going to kill things in one shot. So like obviously if people are trying to overpower you with, say, skeletons and stuff, it's just going to one shot them, whereas the Tesla takes, I believe, 2 seconds to build up to 150 damage. So this can help clear things out a lot quicker. For example, Inferno Tower, from a mini P.E.K.K.A on the line, the Inferno Tower will receive 1 shot, I believe, from a mini P.E.K.K.A. From an Ice Spirit and a Tesla, the mini P.E.K.K.A will not. But also, you got to remember that I think I'll play another game. I'll play one live game. Also, the Ice Spirit freezes any of their push. So obviously, if you're slowing things down with an Ice Wizard, the giant's gonna go slow enough that everything is gonna build up behind it, and then you're gonna be able to go ahead and send in like a big. What? Really? Okay, fine. We're just going to go with our Princess. Like, look at the difference in the Inferno Tower to the, or the Inferno Dragon to the Tesla. So, if that was a, if that was a, wow, really, my dude? Okay. Now, that's quite good, but the poison wasn't on the Hog Rider, so we're going to be able to do a good amount of damage over here. And we're going to be able to ignore that now. So let's just go ahead and put down these spirits again. We're going to keep playing quite aggressive, because as soon as he's got that... Well, hey, there you go. Hello, my friend. So, I could go ahead and do it, but yeah, oh, it's not in range, but it is going to be in range of those barbs, so that's quite nice. Okay, dude, that's just way too much value for me to not rock it over there. So let's go get rid of this guy's pumps over there, because that is just way too much value to miss out on. And that Tesla is going to, as you can see there, look at the poison spell. It wasn't enough to kill the Tesla because the Tesla was not out of the ground. And that is a very big key thing, because the Tesla wasn't out of the ground. It was not taking damage. So we just basically got him to use a poison spell to kill a princess. That is not a good turn of elixir. And now he's just rage quit the match. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. You just have to sort of play it quite slowly and sort of try and work out what your player's deck or your opponent's deck is. And if you can sort of do that, then, you know, let's go for the free crown. We might as well. If you can do that, then that's the whole point of this deck. Like, you just play slow. You sort of let your opponent reveal their deck. And as you can see here, he made a very crucial mistake putting both of the elixir pumps down together. Because I can cycle so quickly, by him doing that, he gave me a huge amount of elixir value by letting me rocket those towers. So I want to go check out his deck. I'm assuming he had a golem. Okay, no, he didn't. He has a hog rider. So with the look of it, his deck is just his deck is basically just build up a ton of elixir and then try and overwhelm you with barbarians and probably freeze you when the hog rider's going in. So really weird, but really bad deck as well. So anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace on the streets.